Hi there, I'm Professor Orenberg, and today I'm going to introduce you to business associations. So, what are business associations? Well, I don't know if it's helpful to tell you that they're also called firms. And no, I don't mean that novel by John Grisham, although law firms, like the one in that book, are a type of business association. So let's dive in, and let's talk about what business associations are and why people would form them. Business associations, which are also called firms, are various types of legal entities that are governed by state law. By studying business associations, you will learn about the different types of entities from a legal perspective. To get started, this first lesson introduces the basics of business associations and covers three key topics. A, what is a business association or firm, legally speaking? B, what are the legal types of business associations? And C, why do people form business associations anyway? The firm is defined as the title under which two or more persons conduct business jointly. In other words, it's an association by which persons are united for business purposes. Persons are most simply human beings who are also called natural persons. There's also a concept of an artificial person. Later, we will learn that certain types of business associations, such as corporations, are artificial persons and that they are created by law and given certain rights and legal duties of a human being. The debate about whether corporations are people and whether they should be is a hot topic in corporate law today. An association means a gathering of people for a common purpose, and there are lots of reasons why people might gather. For example, Jews gather to pray in an association called a minyan. Workers gather together to share ideas about workplace safety in trade associations and unions, and charitable people gather together to feed the poor in a non-profit association. But these aren't businesses because generally a business purpose means money. People associate in a firm to make money. When praying, sharing ideas, and giving charity, you're not pursuing profit. These are great things to do, but they're not businesses. Business means the pursuit of profit. So we might rephrase our definition of the firm to be the title under which two or more persons associate in the common pursuit of profit. Traditionally, the term firm has referred to a partnership, but today firm can refer to a variety of business entities, including partnerships, corporations, and limited liability companies. A law firm is one example. A law firm is a type of business company that consists of two or more lawyers who associate and practice law together for profit, usually sharing clients and, sharing profits. Traditionally, law firms were structured as a limited liability partnership, but today they can be structured in many other forms too. The times they are a-changin'. Partnership is the most informal type of business association. Partnerships can be created simply by virtue of carrying on as co-owners a business for profit. They can also be formed by signing a partnership agreement. Partnerships are governed by the Partnership Act of the state in which the partnership is formed. As a default, partners are equal to one another with regards to voting power and profits, but they can agree to a different arrangement through their partnership agreement. A corporation is formed only by filing a certificate or articles of incorporation with a Secretary of State. An entrepreneur can file a certificate of incorporation in any state, not just the state where she lives. And in doing so, that entrepreneur, she gets to choose the governance of the internal affairs of that corporation, because corporations' internal affairs, like voting, are governed by the corporate laws of the state in which it's incorporated, plus the corporation's bylaws and other agreements made among its owners. A corporation's owners are called stockholders or shareholders, and each of them is entitled to a percentage of voting power and profits according to how much stock she owns. But stockholders have limited voting rights. They can only elect directors and do a few other things. It is the directors that run the corporation. This is often referred to as the separation of ownership and control, which is a feature of corporations. A limited liability company borrows characteristics from a mix of partnerships and corporations. It's created by filing a certificate with the Secretary of State, but the entrepreneurs can decide whether it will be run by the owners, like a partnership, or by managers, who are like the directors that run a corporation. The internal affairs of a limited liability company are governed by that state's Limited Liability Company Act, but state LLC acts are very flexible, so it's important to specify the details of how it should be run in an operating agreement signed by the LLC's owners. Economic theory teaches that people have different risk tolerances. Some people are risk-seeking, some people are risk-avoiding, and some people are risk-neutral. By associating, people are able to allocate responsibilities for different tasks and to share and manage risks and rewards of the business as a whole. What are some responsibilities that might be involved in a business? Typical duties include director, secretary, chief executive officer, chief financial officer, vice president of sales, many other titles. Each person who associates in a business can be assigned a role that leverages their strengths and their interests. What are some of the risks involved? Well, the most significant risk is of losing all your money that you invested. The business might fail. You might have wasted your time and all the money you put into it. The business might fail and any money invested could be lost. Moreover, if someone is hurt as a result of business activities, or if the business violates some contractual or property right of another, it might be sued. How about rewards? Do you remember the definition of a partnership? A business, a firm? Profit, money. A partnership is created by two or more persons carrying on as co-owners a business for profit. Profit, money, is the most significant reward of a business association, but other rewards might include salary or even prestige. Don't you think those fancy executives enjoy roaming about in their private jets? Business associations provide a formal, legal way for people to divide risks, responsibilities, and rewards, and so are very valuable mechanisms for our economy. And Professor Mortimer over here, my dog, will be assisting from time to time with the videos and providing some helpful summaries and comments from a dog's perspective on corporate law. Professor Mortimer has some summary comments for you. Business associations, also called firms, are legal entities governed mostly by state laws. There are several types of firms, and a business lawyer's job is to help clients pick the right firm for that client's goals. Business associations are useful ways for people to allocate responsibility, risk, and reward. Thanks for joining us on this video about basics of business associations. See you next time.